just east of Princeton, and as you can see, there is barely any snow here. I'm in the cabin. I do have a few lights. I have the construction heater from my electrician, which he's got hardwired into the box. Here we are at Silver Star. Me and my grandson Adrian, we're gonna do some tubing.
You ready?
Yeah, ready to fly. Bye-bye.
This is kind of an interesting adventure. Brent is leaving with the truck. He has flooring and a few other odds and ends, and he's heading up to the cabin. It's his turn to do a solo trip, and I'm not going outside because it's pouring rain. It's not even the crack of dawn, and he's heading out to go do this trip. So he's got the one of the GoPros, and hopefully he will be doing some recording and letting us know what's going on. Bye, Brent.
It is 8:46 on, well, the morning I left. Just past East Gate. The worst of the roads was just around Westgate in Manning. The roads have been clear, a little bit wet here and there, or mostly wet, but the only bad road, well, it wasn't even that bad, was just around Westgate. And about 40 kilometers from Princeton. Roads are still in pretty good shape. Yes, they're wet, but there's no snow on the roads. I'll just give you a little peek here. So we're coming along nicely. Lots of snow on the ground. Nothing massive. Probably 2 or 3 inches. Nothing sticking to the road, as you can see. I'm just east of Princeton, and as you can see, there is barely any snow here. There was actually a fair amount the other side of Princeton because it's a little more mountainous and more closed in around the highway. Well, this can go in the road rant series. It's not a big deal. It's more of a pet peeve than a road rant. When you're out on the road, you're driving along down the highway, you're in the mountains or out in the middle of the prairie or wherever, and you come into a small town and you've got 0 cell reception, which is fine. You're on the road. I don't expect to have cell reception everywhere. But you get a text from someone. And it's nothing urgent. Whether it's urgent or not is no matter. But you try and return the text, and like I say, you've got 0 cell service. So somehow their signal squeaked through and you got the message, but you can't return it until 80 or 100 miles down the road. Okay, well, I'm at the Balfour Ferry Terminal, and the next ferry is at 2:50, so I've got a little over an hour to wait. There, about 45 minutes. So it's not too bad. So I called Brandon, the electrician in Crawford Bay, to let him know so we can meet up, because it's just before Christmas and schedules are kind of tight right now for everybody. Anyways, he said that the ferry leaves here at 2:50, but it's already 3:50 over there. I guess in the winter, Crawford Bay is on mountain time. But the schedule doesn't reflect that because the schedule for both sides is on Pacific time. Because just bear with me, if the ferry leaves BC in Balfour, BC time, at 6:30, it would get there at 7:05 BC time, but it's actually 8:05 Mountain time. So 8:05, it's an hour and a half sailing there, hour 35 minutes sailing there. And on the way back, it's a minus 25 minutes sailing. So, yeah, confusing. Luckily, both sides of the ferry are on Pacific time. So it's strange things. Anyhow, just stuff you learn. Well, good morning all. I'm in the cabin. I do have a few lights. I have the construction heater from my electrician, which he's got hardwired into the box. And then he's got 120 amp outlet for me, which I've been running my stereo, which has 4 plugs on it, so I can charge my phone and, if the laptop needs it. I was watching the movies last night. Not too much to do up here. Yeah, I can vacuum. What else can I do? Not much. So basically we're in a mess here. As you can see, this tall structure right here, it's like 7.5 feet tall. And it's supposed to be going right under this beam here, straight down. That's our pantry. And beside that will be the fridge where the stack of tiles is. And then this is the bathroom. Second as actually my bedroom. This is where the fold-away bed is. It folds into a chair. I had the one heater going there, and then the construction heater going over here. And it's a fairly enclosed little area. So last night we got to, I think, -4 Celsius. And I was cozy. It wasn't too bad. Tonight is a different story. The forecast is for -8. Feels like -8. So if I get too cold there, I'm gonna go fire up the truck and sleep in the truck. So I'm gonna take you up the stairs here. Well, I'll give you a wide angle of the stairs. They look beautiful. It's exactly what I wanted. And they look fantastic. I really do like them. Then I got to put a couple of steps here, like a sheet of plywood there and a sheet of plywood there. Come up to the loft, which is not got a floor yet. It's got sheets of plywood across it. And well, this is the plumbing stack going out to the roof, and then the radon stack going out the roof. Those are going to be attached straight down through the bathroom. And that silver one here is the ERV vent, which will come up and terminate about halfway up these windows here. So it's coming along slowly but surely. I have a couple issues that I have to attend to. I spoke with the electrician and the plumber last night, Don from Plum Loco in Ryandale, and Brandon from Turlock in Crawford Bay, not Creston, sorry. And there was a couple of issues they had to deal with, a couple of questions they needed answered. And the bulk of their work is probably going to be done in April or May, not over the winter break, because there's so much stuff in here. Appliances, countertops, cabinetry, chimney stuff. It's supposed to be moved away from the walls at least 2 or 3 feet so they can get in to do their wiring and plumbing and whatever. But yeah, we're gonna wait till the deck is built. We came to that conclusion last night. Dawn had a good idea that once the deck is built, we can take it out and This will be the deck. It's going to be 20 by 10. So I'll be able to put all that stuff out here. The deck should go together fairly quickly. I got to just throw the joists on. Then I can throw plywood across the top of it temporarily. I do have cedar planking for it. Some 1x6 cedar. And that'll go nicely. Well, here we are again. Saturday morning. Got the truck unloaded of all the tile, or the flooring, laminate, whatever you want to call it. And it was 27 packs at 40 pounds a pop. So just over 1,000 pounds that was in the back of the truck. So I won't have that weight on the next part of my trip. Not a big deal. The truck's good and heavy. And anyways, I'll take you inside to show you what's been done so far. This is where all the tile went, because it's out of the way now. Looks a lot better in daylight. Well, here we are, the Saturday afternoon, and everything has taken place. I have nothing else to do. It's a hurry up and wait situation, because I can't leave now to go to my daughter's because it is too late in the day, and I would not get there until the early hours of the morning, and I don't really feel like traveling that late at night after dark in unknown roads and icy situations. So I'll wait till tomorrow. Not a big deal. That's when I was scheduled to leave. But one thing that I was actually surprised at, I have a vinegar and water mixture. It's 50-50 for the mildew that was on these logs. All along those, basically those top two logs, all the way along, and all the way along there. Pretty much the front of the cabin, that was the bad spots. There was a couple other minor spots here and there, but these were the two main areas of concern. And I sprayed everything last night, and it says to wait 18 to 24 hours. I'll get that bright light out of your eyes. It says wait 18 to 24 hours to wipe it down. And then once that is done, the vinegar, or whatever's left over of the vinegar that is soaked into the wood, will stop any mold spores from reproducing in there. I went to wipe it down, and it's pretty much taken care of. The vinegar killed any mildew or mold spores that we had, and I don't even have to do anything. There was a couple spots that I could have wiped down earlier, and everything turned out really great. I'm surprised. So anyhow, this is the loft now. This is on another subject. I borrowed the fan from my neighbors, who Richard has a little bit of everything. Awesome neighbor to have. Super nice guy. His wife Jacqueline. And yeah, we met them, well, a little over a year ago. So I told him I'm just gonna crack one of the windows on the loft at the back so nothing can climb in, obviously. And with the fan, I'll have a little bit of air ventilation because it is a sealed unit. We are at a sealed envelope right now. And it'll go really well. This little bit of air movement will take care of any mildew issues or mold issues, in conjunction with the vinegar that has soaked into the current locations of mildew or mold. So we're all good. Everything looks fantastic. I just can't wait to get up here, build the flooring, and then put the floor down and insulate. And then over here is going to be Miriam's little office. Probably going to have bunk beds over here somewhere. But yeah, I just can't wait. I'm just chomping at the bit to figure out where we're going to be putting things, what we're going to be putting up here, and where the big screen's going to go downstairs. Anywho, this place is beautiful, and I just can't wait. I was down having a bite to eat at one of the local restaurants here. Not that there's that many, but I was talking with a few guys, and they're saying, yeah, this is a great place to live. It's so relaxed. It's a nice small community, roughly 300 population. So, oh, and a bonus on top of that, a guy that I used to work with, Andrew, he lives about 10 minutes away. We worked together for 10 years, and I had no idea he lived up here until I bought this place, or my wife and I bought this place. And then I found out he lived in the area, so I checked it out on Facebook, and some of the guys at work are still in contact with him. And yeah, he's 10 minutes up the mountain. He's off grid, and him and his girlfriend slash wife Sarah just had their first baby, little Wesley. So yeah, he's going to be growing up in a nice small community. Yeah, fantastic place. Good morning. Well, I thought I'd just give you a little update on the road report. All the way from Balfour, well, around Balfour, there was pretty much no snow on the ground. Roads were in great shape. A few spots that looked like they could have been black ice, a little sheen on the road. Not too bad. I didn't hit anything, didn't slip at all, so I'm fine. Got to Caslow, and the roads are not bad. A few icy sections. The roads were in fairly good shape. From Caslow to New Denver, that was a strange stretch. Just coming out of Caslow, the roads were in fine shape, just as they were south of Caslow. And then I got to a place called Rossiter Creek. The roads were fairly slow going. Got to Rossiter Creek, and the roads turned atrocious. That is the worst stretch of road I've been on in quite some time. Yes, it's winter roads. We're mid to late December, but still. Everything on either side of that stretch from Rossiter Creek to Sandon, everything was fine. Roads were in beautiful condition. There was some rough patches in there, like there was washouts that hadn't been fixed properly, and they were bad. There was no markings on them at all, so it's like you're cruising along at 50, 60, 70, 80 kilometers. That's about as high as you could get in that area. And then you'd hit one of these repair spots, I guess you could call it, in the road, and it's like, oh no. Yeah, it's a bumpy, rough section for like 6 feet. But yeah, it's something to wake you up, that's for dang sure. Anyways, I'm just about in the cusp. That's I'm between New Denver and the cusp. It's only about a half-hour drive between the two. So I'm just cruising along. The roads are in great shape. I'll show you the roads here. The lakes are slightly frozen over. I think this is Summit Lake. Don't quote me on that. But the amount of snow on the sides of the roads has been about the same since Caslow, all the way along. And you can see, well, the fog and the low cloud up ahead. I'm on my way to Revelstoke, so Revelstoke is roughly an hour ahead of me, hour and a half, 2 hours, I guess. So this is Summit Lake, as you can just see there. Well, I'm just turning it on now to surprise Amelia and see how it goes. Looks like everybody's home. Don't know about the kids. Should be.
Dad, come on in.
Do I get a hug? Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Oh, I missed you. Hey, Bronx.
I'm sitting around here somewhere. Have fun.
Hi, Keela. Yo, I'll let you down.
I'm 4.
You're 4? I'm not 4. Here we are at Silver Star. Me and my grandson Adrian. We're gonna do some sledding and tubing. Gotta go pay first. But they've got a huge pond out here.
Yeah, I got
You can skate in circles, play hockey. Lots of people. We are December 24th here. So it is dark, obviously. And I think we're gonna have some fun. How about you, Adrian? You think we're gonna have fun? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, use your big boy voice.
Yeah.
Atta boy. And his mom, my daughter Caitlin.
Hello all.
We are at Silver Star. We're gonna do some tubing. And everyone wants to say hi.
Hi,
Hi, Grandma.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun here. Do a little tubing. Oh, they got kids, little Arctic cats, kitty cats. Awesome. And you can see here, big skating rink. Play hockey over there, over here. Do loops of the trees. And then we got Tube Town Cafe and Bar. This place looks like a blast. Lots of snow. We're probably sitting, I'd say, what, about -7? Yeah, it's a good guesstimate. Okay, here we are, waiting our turn in line. That looks like a blast. We get, looks like 4 runs for the tubes. And I don't know if there's different speeds that they come through at. And then they got the big barricade up here, right beside one of the ski runs here. Well, we're halfway up. You can see there's quite a ways to go. There's Peanut right there. Amelia. Adrian took off on us, little bugger. And Tiana's hauling Amelia. And me and Ryan bringing up the rear. And from up here you can see part of the village, the cafe, skating rink. This looks freaking awesome. Please remain standing on the sign. In other words, don't sit down or you're gonna go down. Almost at the top. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, they've got, oh, they do have 4 runs open. This closest one is not open. Oh, okay. You just go back and forth? I see, I understand. Yeah, because this one here's got probably 6 inches of fresh snow on it. And somebody walking down. I'm not cutting in, I'm just recording my grandson. There goes my grandson over there, and he's doing a spin.
Can everyone step over to
He's spinning.
me? I'm so sorry. You ready?
Yeah, ready to fly. Bye-bye. Oh, going backwards. Here we go. And picking up speed. And jump. Oh. Well, another little bit of road report. I left Kamloops about, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour ago, just past Surrey Lake Summit, 1,444 meters. This is the only bad road that I've had so far. There are travel paths, so I'll just stick to the regular travel path that everybody else is going in. And if you're passing anyone, just take it slow. It's a 120 zone. I'm doing 106, 107. Anywhere in that range. Not going too fast, that's for sure. When the road gets a little bit more covered, I will even slow it down further. I've only passed a couple of people, and luckily those were on 3-lane wide hills, and there was well, 15 feet between each vehicle, so they'd be in the far right lane because that's the most uncovered, or in the one in best shape, and I go over to the far left lane, which there's lots of gravel there. I've seen a couple of plow trucks, and I think this is about as bad as the road has been so far on my trip. We'll yet to see. Well, we're coming up on Merritt, which is, I think, about another 30 kilometers ahead. And then after that, the Coquihalla, yet to be determined. Okay, another update. We are on Larson Hill, and I just came up a long hill. I don't know if that was Larson or if Larson's coming up. I passed a big rig, 3 lanes wide, so I went over to the far left. He was over in the far right. His lane was clear. Mine, not so much. It is 4 degrees Celsius out, and there is compact snow, but most of it's turning to slush and mush, so it's getting a little bit slick. I've cut my speed back to 80k, and I'm just puttering along. And I'm glad I bought lots of washer fluid the other day because I topped up yesterday, and I'm definitely needing it. I don't know if it's just because of the low fog or any vehicles that pass. There's a lot of spray. So the temperature is dropping slightly. It was 7 in Kamloops. I think it was 6 in Merritt. And that's not too bad. It's warm. There's a lot of low fog here. We're on the Coquihalla now, of course. The traffic going the other way is quite a ways away, so there's no spray from them. When I woke up in Salmon Arm and Canoe, it was 0. It had snowed a little bit overnight, just a dusting, and that's the only snow that I've seen on this entire trip. But now that I'm getting onto the Coquihalla, the roads are covered, but they're in fairly good shape because the temperature is not below freezing. Once the weather gets below freezing, these roads will be horrendous, and I know there's going to be a lot of accidents, so it'd be nice to just cruise along, plod along at 60, 80 kilometers an hour, get home, and once I get to Hope, yeah, there will be no snow, hoping. No pun intended. But just cruising along, I'll just give you an idea of what it looks like. The roads are fairly clear. Well, there's a truck coming up behind me right now. I am doing 100 kilometers an hour, and oh, he's fishtailing going into the next lane to pass me. So I'm gonna just keep this running for a second, see if he goes crazy. I'm just putting along in the right lane. Little CRV, and he's going to be coming back into my lane fairly soon because it's clear as a bell and he's driving in slush. Okay, well, we just passed the Coquihalla toll booth pullout, and the variable speed limit here is 90, which is fine. The roads are okay. We're at 4 degrees Celsius still, but the roads are covered. Just give you an idea of what they look like. And as soon as we passed the toll booth, the truck that's in the left lane way up there started trying to pass this guy that's right in front of me. I think that's a bison right ahead of me. Anyways, they're pulling away from me, and I'm doing 103 right now. So I'm just going to stay behind this guy because Zapkias is coming up, and otherwise known as the Smasher. And if anything's going to happen, it's going to be going down that hill. So I'm just going to take it easy the next 10 or 15k. That one big rig up there, he's an accident waiting to happen. Well, we just came through the I think it's Great Bear Snow Shed at the bottom of the Zapkias hill. And we have gone up a degree, so we're at 5 degrees now, and it is raining. A little bit of water on the road from flowing across because there's a lot of rain, and we're still dropping in elevation. I don't know what we're sitting at now, but we're heading down the Coquihalla. I noticed in the other direction there's a lot of traffic heading up. I don't know if that's because of people heading home on Boxing Day. Gee, that's what I'm doing.